Hey, Levians, this is Trader. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in Arcane Odyssey, and we're going to be going over boats. They're a quintessential part of your lovely experience here in Arcane Odyssey. So we're going to go over all the different types, how to get them, recommendations on some stuff, because I have some people wanting to use the most expensive boat, not realizing that it's not the best for combat, and how to get things like Quartermaster and other crew members. So if you haven't already, please make sure you smash the like button, do the same subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, helps me out a lot. And let's get right on into it. So first things first, you start off with a rowboat. Yeah. So 300 gold allows you to get the sailboat. And with the sailboat, you have a few options. Yeah, I'm just going to skip right on over the rowboat. This is the starting one you get literally the moment you get 300 gold. Go ahead and get yourself a sailboat. Pretty easy. You should be able to have one before you even leave the first area. I would buy it after you're kind of done with the quest, just because Red Wake is very tight corridors, so it'd be a little bit difficult to move around. But after you've already left the first area, make sure you have a sailboat. You have sails you can get a crew on this one. You also can get quartermasters, which I'll be going in how to get the two different quartermasters that are currently in game. Now the next thing to note is after you have that lovely sailboat, you're probably going to go over here to the Frostmain, and you're going to have the availability at level 25, by the way, to get the Caravel. So the Caravel is going to be probably your quintessential one. This is one you're using for combat a lot. This is going to be pretty much your workhorse through your entire experience in the game. And I would recommend getting one, because big thing with this boat that no other boat does, rams. Rams are absolutely amazing. I would recommend getting one. They are very, very nice. So that's going to be the big thing you're going to want to be getting, because it's good for combat. Now, there is one more. There is a fourth boat. So if we go on over here, so it's the Ketch. So here's the deal with the Ketch. It is really great, but there is no ram. It is actually one of the fastest boat. It is the fastest boat in the game. And it's really nice if you want to have two quartermasters active, because there is a grand total right now of 3. I'll show you all how to get those here in just a minute. But here's the deal. It just does cannons. There's no ramming speed. And I'm going to be really frank, doing ship combat without being able to ram your opponents, is a little slow. Just being frank. So honestly, unless you're doing big cargo runs, or that's the only reason I could see doing this, or you're doing a lot of the main story quest line, that would be the only reason to have this. This is also like 3k gold. So I would just recommend sticking with the Carnival, to be frank. Also, every time you want to equip something, you have to go back through and re-equip everything. This is great. Now, all the boats, especially for the sailboat and up, you're going to be able to have a sailcloth. This is going to help with your turning. This is something I would recommend. You're also going to have your regular sails. This is something you can go ahead and get. You're going to get a ton of these. I have a few that I have saved in here. You're going to have crew, so you're going to have a designated crew, and you're going to have personalized crew, and I'll get to that after we're done going over the boat, and after we're done getting over the Quartermaster. Figureheads. This is different little figureheads that you can get and mount on the front. It is just strictly cosmetic. You next have rams. I have a ram that does magic. This is one of the higher end ones. I think there's one more I can get, and it has Swift on it, but I don't have the gold right now in order to get it up to power, which is what I want for the ram. I also have the Alessia Arcanium cannons. This is strictly, the lanterns is strictly a cosmetic thing. Your quartermaster slot. The one thing that the Ketch has over the Carnival is the fact that the quartermasters, there's 2 of them. You can have 2 quartermasters on the bigger one, which is kind of nice, because of the 3 quartermasters, there's 2 you probably will want to have out all the time. And then finally, I do have my framing, or my whole armor. For your whole armor, your sailcloth, your ram, and your cannons, you can actually put some enchants on them. I do believe it's hard and powerful and swift are the 3 that are able to go on there. So if you're wanting to boost your boat even more, you can do that. Now, some next items you're probably going to be seeing as you journey through is a repair hammer. I would not recommend using this thing, because quite frankly, it costs 3 gold in order to have it, to use it. It's an emergency situation only. Otherwise, what I would do is go over here to this lovely, the shipwrights, and I would have them repair your boat because it's going to be cheaper than you trying to do it by yourself. The other way that you can get your boat repaired, other than destroying other ships, which I'll show you all that here in a minute, is finding the little sea crates. So every time you interact with one of them, it will give you an indicator that yes, your boat has been recovered. So I would kind of recommend keeping that in mind. That yeah, those are probably, I would recommend trying to get crates more than having to spend money. So it also depends on the server type you're in. If you're in a very, very aggressive server, you may not have a choice. I've had those. Let's go ahead and go on over the Quartermasters. So what the Quartermasters are is basically extra guys to, they don't actually affect like the stats of your shots, but they do affect the stats of your boat. So as you can see, I have probably the better of all the Quartermasters you can get currently equipped. He gives me extra armor, extra turning speed, and extra movement. Now, there are in total 3 Quartermasters currently in game. So the first one you get when you are doing the Frost quests up here, it's the enchanting guy. He's actually kind of nice to have, especially early on, because then you can enchant on your boat, and there's some ports that you can't do that in. So it's actually kind of really nice to have him there. Now the next one is going to be just getting Edward Keaton. So at level 15, you are able to go over to Elm Island. He's going to give you a quest, and this quest is to basically fish for 20 fish. Once you have done that, you can keep him on your boat. He's actually kind of really nice. He gives you another 200 durability on your boat, so it's actually kind of really nice. He has an upgraded form, which is the Exiled Captain, which is what you see here. So he's going to give me turn. He's going to give me, or sorry, resilience. We're going to have some stability and armor. So how, in order to get this one, once you've hit level 65, you just talk to him on your boat. He's going to give you a quest. Keep in mind, if you are a hero or protector or whatever, you're going to lose fame from this. So basically, you're going to go over and go get his stuff from the Navy port. Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot. Just FYI, if you go in there and do this quest. So he's really nice to have, especially once you're level 65 plus. Definitely something to keep. Most of my enchanting's kind of already done at this point. There's probably a few more things I could have done, but at this point I'm kind of set with my build. So especially a later game is definitely something useful to have. And the last thing we're going to go over is crew. So we have a few of them. So we have the standard Red Wake Warriors, which I've shown this in videos. You can get this in the starting town. Basically what these do is they buff your crew. Basically they give you extra stats. The starting one gives you 5% stability, which is actually pretty good. We have sailors. So if you go to the Sailors Lodge, you are actually able to hire these guys. They're actually really good for ram defense, so to speak. So if someone's trying to ram you, it'll protect you, and they give you an extra resilience. There are 60 plus crew, and then the high-end crew without getting into the specialty ones. We have the Ravana Deserters, which is the adept crew, which they are over, to give y'all a retrospect on the map. I was able to pick them up very, very late game. So if we go down here, they are right here. Usually, they're usually spawned up there. There'll be a little indicator. You should be able to pick them up right there. So those are kind of the base crew that you can get. You can get specialty crew as you level up. So here's actually a specialty crew member. This is Blackburn. He would actually be able to give me 210 for his level. These guys actually are able to level up, but he does require 66,000 fame. I don't have that much. So this is definitely something late game. It allows you to customize your ship, whether it can be faster, have more ramming damage, stuff like that. So these guys spawn randomly in all the towns. You just kind of got to go up to them and look. They usually will have a little name underneath them. If not, just go talk to them. They should be able to tell you. There are legendary ones, and those are really nice. In order to get these guys to rank up, you do have to, 1, have the fame for it, and 2, have the doubloons. So these guys cost money to rank up, but they're late game, so most players I don't think will actually be using these unless they're like playing a lot. But it's definitely something to look forward to. Now, I know a lot of you are like, you have an absolute ton of stuff. How do you have so much stuff for your boat? How do I get all these items? Via chests. So the bronze lock chest or whatever. So you get bronze lock chest a few different ways. First way is treasure hunting. So I just got a treasure map. So if I go over to Shell Island, I'd be able to get one. The other way is defeating pirates. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go find a poor pirate vessel so I can show you how the ramming works. And we're going to go destroy him and go get some lovely chests so you all can see. Also, it's a really good way if you are in a clan in order to get some infamy is go and farm some pirates, especially some low level ones. So also another tidbit, I don't know if y'all knew this, as long as you don't have your sails down, you can turn. Like, I'm hitting everything right now and I'm turning. While I go find a pirate ship, there also will be other ships out on about in the sea. As you can see, there's someone right there. That is another player. This is a navy boat. So that's the little icon above them. It's that blue right there. So same as, say, Hados right here. So that is a navy boat. So kind of keep that in mind. That's the Royal Navy. If you're trying to be a good player, don't shoot them. And that will come into play because there will be times that all the boats kind of stack on top of each other and there's not a whole lot you can do. There are also things you will encounter like weather. As you can see, my guy kept mentioning about the hull rising. Literally just passing through bad weather can damage your ship. Other than pirates, you will also find merchant vessels. So these will have different people on them. Some of them may end up having dye merchants. As I can talk, but it's not letting me. So if you are a pirate, evil syndicate, whatever, these will be more pertaining to you. There is one specialty shop or one specialty merchant, and that is the dye merchant. So every now and then you'll see on one of those trading vessels a dye merchant. What that allows you to do is actually dye your gear. So if it's not the right color, there you go. By the way, you can change what cannonballs you are using at any given time. You just go down here and you just select what you're wanting. They do actually do different things. I would kind of keep that in mind that they're not all created equal. Also, your speed of your vessel is determined by the wind. Other than your stats, that's another one of those big things you got to kind of look out for. You will also find passengers at sea. I would recommend, or stranded people at sea. You can either save them or plunder them. That is entirely up to you. But all you need to do is drop them off at the next available port. I am having a lot of problems right now trying to find pirates. You're able to get these castaways and you're able to take them back to the port. There you go. So, and we got a gift. I got 300 fame and the castaway got escorted off. Here we go. So you're going to have two types that you can go and attack. You're going to have pirates and you're also going to have assassins if you're on the side of good. So with the assassins, ooh, 1800. Almost could have one-shot him. And a little bit of cannon fire. So you do need to destroy the vessel before you go on over there and start attacking them. And I have a level 116 on here, so I need, or 117, so I need to be a little bit careful. I think they're all dead. Yep. So you're going to have a bunch of stuff kind of spawn just like that. And because it was a fortified ship, we get 3 chests. If it's a normal one, it's just 2. But because this is a fortified one, I get 3. This is a really good way to get money. It's also a really, really good way to level up. And also because I destroyed them, we healed a little bit. So not much, but we healed a little bit. So let's go ahead and take all of this back to port. And this is what happens when you turn them in. So all you got to do is up to the shipwrights and you'll start getting stuff. And I got a little bit of infamy for my crew. Now, one thing with this is it has limited climbing, so make sure you use your T-jump in order to kind of get up over these things so you don't have to walk all the way around. I got bronze framing. I'm getting a bunch of really nice stuff. And there we go. So there you guys go. That is a lovely ship's guides for you for this lovely game. If y'all have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I'll see y'all next time.